Alright, I hope you can hear me. So, for Twin Blades, you already know. Wait, this is a spear. That's correct. Okay, I do not have a rope dart. Well, let's just imagine this is rope dart, okay? So, you know how you charge your ability at the start of the game, right? You like charge to get your buff up, then you use your what's it called? Your mice or rats, right? And then you have the Q ability, the pull. You can use the pull with the down slam, like the kick, in order to start combos, but there's like a delay in between, so it's not true. But you can still use it to like cancel out skills, since it has like pretty good range. So let's say you use that, and then use the follow-up, then you will have Vendetta token applied onto the opponent, so you deal more damage, which is good. So your rope darts is basically your assist token to apply more damage. You should always try to keep up your rats. That's pretty much it about that. And for your twin blades, there's this like playstyle that is usually in China right now. It's not really used right now in the global version, but you will see many like good twin blade users just dashing M1 because it has good range and good follow-ups, and it's pretty fast too. Like you can just dash and you can M1. It's basically used to abuse evasive charge. So if you do think of like playing PvP a lot, you should consider replacing some of your inner wave for evasive charge and try to max it out. Because at levels, I think 5, it will also regenerate HP, so it's very strong combined with the armor set. I forgot which one, but you should have it. It's the standard one for Twin Blades Bamboo Cut. And there's also ghostly steps that is like primarily used to buff your dash, right? Because your dash is the weakest part of your build. If you perfect dash, you will always be stunned. So you want to have like a far reach, and a fast dash like this is way better than just having a stun where you just perfect dash and when you're stunned you can't move and you're dead because you get comboed. That's like the basic steps, okay? Now we go over the combos. So Twin Blade has obviously a deflect counter, but it's very slow. So if you do try to combo off that, you need to be prepared that it will just not land. That's the first thing that you need to keep in mind. You need to understand your build completely. Second of all, you have free Q abilities, right? Do not spam those. Like at the start, for example, because people will wait or try to counter you. What you can do is you can just hold, right? Pretty simple. And there's also a strategy to like curve it. It's pretty difficult though. But this is like the standard application. You just use all your M1s, and immediately after that, you use your Q ability. But Twin Blade is heavily reliant on ping, so if you're like not under 20 milliseconds, most of your combos will just not be true. But if you do land a strike like this, most people will try to Serene Breeze, and this is what you have Drunken Poet for. You always Drunken Poet before fight anyway, so you have it ready. So you use that into two. Oh, sorry. Into two. It's pretty simple. You just use your poet 2 times if you notice that we're using Serene Breeze. You can see it from the yellow, you obviously know. So, and there's also this thing with the Rage mode. The Rage mode obviously stops your DPS. So what you can do with good ping is, you M1 them, right? You're in M1 combo. You finish up with that, use that, and go right after. Simple. Now, another thing is, if you down someone, you can obviously use like wait. If you were to key break someone, you can obviously use Dragon's Breath if you have powered up. But if you don't, you can also just use what's it called? You can also use Soaring Spin. Soaring Spin is good damage. You just need to be quick about it. And another thing is, about Soaring Spin, if you hit it, like the first hit, you can instantly M1 off that. So wait, let me show you. I think I did a little bit too slow, so I'll just redo that in a second. Alright. So basically, once you Soaring Spin, you just won. And that's true, by the way. Like, they cannot parry or block off of that. So, if you do land a Soaring Spin, always go for the M1 instead of the second hit. Unless you know that the second hit is going to hit, because the second hit of Soaring Spin is the most damage possible. Alright. Yeah, this is like pretty much everything. Another thing you can keep in mind is the switch skill, the dual skill. Obviously, that's a little bit different. But if you were in your rope dart, for example, right? Use the pull, use into that. Try to use the Q right after. Because your M1 will be too slow, I'll show you. You saw that slight delay in between? That's, if they have good ping, they can block during that. So you just use that into Q, go into your general combo. And now you can see, I don't have enough, what's it called? I don't have enough vitality to use free morph. So what I can do instead is, I can switch to my, what's it called? I can switch to my rope dart, use the down slam, so the Q twice, and then switch back to my twin blades and use the rage mode. In this moment, they will probably, with most likelihood, have their, what's it called? Have their block ready. So I would just Yaksha Rush and then continue in one of that. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say, like, as a video.